Welcome to all. The topic of our lecture is air quality standards. Air quality standards indicate the level of pollutants that cannot be exceeded to a certain level in a specified area. The prescribed standards may vary slightly from country to country depending upon their meteorological features, geographical features, and the population densities. These standards are derived from air quality criteria, which in turn depends upon the basis of effects of air pollution on human health, animals, vegetation, visibility, etc. In the permissible levels or the of the considered pollutants in air are recognized as air quality standards. In other words, air quality standards can be defined as the acceptable pollutant concentration in the atmosphere to which the mankind is exposed. In India, the air quality standards are based on the land use classification. That is, the land is divided into three types of uses: industrial areas, um, they are those areas which have intensive industrial activities. Then next are the sensitive areas. These areas include hill stations, tourist resorts, hospitals, national monuments, health resorts, sanctuaries, parks, etc. And third are the residential area, which include both rural and urban areas. Now, what are the objectives of setting up air quality standards? There are mainly four objectives which require to set an air quality standard. The first and the foremost objective of setting air quality standard is to assist in establishing promising priorities for control of pollutant levels. The second objective for setting up air quality standard is to provide uniform standards for assessing air quality at national level. The third objective is to indicate the level of air quality necessary within adequate margin of safety to protect public health, vegetation, and property. And last but not the least, the objective to is is to indicate the need and extent of a monitoring program. In India, the ambient air quality standards were first adopted on 11th November 1982, and these are known as the National Ambient Air Quality Standards. According to uh, according to these standards, the land has been divided into three types of areas which we have mentioned already above, and depending upon the method of measurement and the time concerned, the various pollutants had different figures. Uh, Let us see the pollutants considered. First and foremost are the sulfur oxides. Now, sulfur oxides were um, estimated on two criteria. First was an annual basis, and the second was a 24-hour basis. On the annual basis, the amount of sulfur oxides in industrial area came out to be 80 80 microgram per cubic meter, and on a 24-hour basis the amount came out to be 120 microgram per cubic meter. This was in industrial area. In residential and rural areas, this value came out to be 60 and 80 microgram per cubic meter respectively, and in sensitive areas this value came out to be 15 and 30 microgram per cubic meter respectively. The method used for calculation of sulfur dioxide amount was improved West and Gake method, and on a 24-hour basis the method used was ultraviolet fluorescence method. The second pollutant which was monitored and its amount measured was oxides of nitrogen. Again, this was done on a dual basis, annual basis and a 24-hour basis. On the annual basis, the value of oxides of nitrogen in industrial area came out to be 80 microgram per cubic meter, and on a 24-hour basis, this value came out to be 120 microgram per cubic meter. And in residential and rural residential areas, both rural and urban, this value came out to be 60 and 80 microgram per cubic meter respectively. And in sensitive area, this value came out to be 15 and 30 microgram per cubic meter respectively. The method adopted for measurement of oxides of nitrogen was Jaccard and Hosher method, that also known as the sodium arsenide method for an annual basis. And for a 24-hour calculation, the method used was gas phase chemiluminescence. The third pollutant which was measured was suspended particulate matter. This was again done on a dual basis, annual basis and a 24-hour basis. On an annual basis, the value came out to be 360 microgram per cubic meter, and a 24-hour basis came out to be 500 microgram per cubic meter in industrial area. In residential areas, both rural and urban, the value came out to be 140 and 20 microgram per cubic meter respectively. And in sensitive area, this value came out to be 70 and 100 per cubic meter, microgram per cubic meter respectively. The method used was a high volume sampling where average flow rate was not less than 1.1 cubic meter per minute. The next pollutant which was analyzed and the amount calculated was respirable particulate matter, that is, whose size was less than 10 micrometers. Again, it was done on a dual basis, that is annual and 24-hour basis. The value in industrial areas came out to be 120 and 150 microgram per cubic meter respectively. And in residential areas, this value came out to be 60 and 100 per microgram per cubic meter in rural and urban areas respectively. In sensitive areas, this value came out to be 50 and 75. The method used for calculation of the amounts of respirable particulate matter was RPM sampler. The another pollutant which was measured, which is an important pollutant in the atmosphere, was the carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide, a slight difference was made in its analysis and calculation of amount. Uh, Carbon monoxide was calculated uh, on a dual basis, but it was done on a 1 hour basis and an 8 hour basis. On an 8 hour basis, the value of carbon monoxide came out to be 5 milligram per cubic meter in industrial area, and on a 1 hour basis, it came out 10 milligram per cubic meter in industrial area. In residential areas, both rural and urban, on an 8 hour basis, the value of carbon monoxide came out to be 2 mg per cubic meter, and on 1 hour basis, the value came out to be 4 mg per cubic meter. In sensitive areas, this value came out to be 1 mg per cubic meter and 2 mg per cubic meter on a 1 hour basis, respectively. The method used for calculation of carbon monoxide was a non-dispersive infrared spectroscopy method, both on an 8 hour basis and a 1 hour basis. Now, air quality standards in United States are done on two bases. There, the standards are known as the primary standards and the secondary standards. Primary standards are those standards which are meant for the protection of human health, whereas the secondary standards pertain to the ambient levels considered safe for plants, materials, etc. These standards, adopted by the United States Environmental Protection Agency, were first released in 1971. A comparative table is as follows. The first factor, is the particulate matter, and at this the calculation was done at a 25 degrees centigrade temperature and 760 Hg pressure. The value of primary pollutant came out to be 75 microgram per cubic meter, uh, and at secondary pollutant value came out to be 60 microgram per cubic meter. Sulfur dioxide, the value came out on an annual arithmetic mean came out to be 0.03 ppm. The same value came out to be for the secondary pollutant. On a 24-hour basis, this value came out to be 0.14 ppm. For carbon monoxide, In an 8-hour period, this value came out to be 9 ppm for primary and same for secondary. On 1 hour period, this value came out to be 35 ppm. The oxides of nitrogen, the annual arithmetic mean came out to be 0.05 ppm in primary. And for ozone, this value came out to be 0.12 ppm on a primary plus basis. Thank you.